Fortnite just dropped this insane trailer for the new season, Chapter 6, Season 4, and there is a ton to unpack. So we're going to watch this really quickly, but I'm going to explain all the small details that you might have missed when watching this, as well as what we can expect in the new season from new POIs, the Battle Pass characters, and much, much more. And by the way, this is one of the craziest trailers I've ever seen them do. This transition that happens right here into the real life Power Rangers is crazy. And whenever Fortnite kind of goes all out with a trailer like this, you know they're cooking, because I don't remember the last time we got like a trailer that was this unique and different. This is going to be a really cool way to finish out this chapter of Fortnite. But actually, it's not even the last season, because we're still technically having a mini season in November with The Simpsons. So these are the bug invasions, and actually we've known about these bugs for a while. I'll explain how we knew about them. But this last part right here, bro, look at this. Oh my God. Bro, this is so nostalgic, especially for 90s and early 2000s. I don't know if the new generation is going to be hyped about this. We also have like a Halo Battle Pass skin, red and blue Halo like Spartans. There's a lot to go over, so let's get started. If you missed the mini event that happened a few days ago, we saw Superman take down a big, Kraken and chop off one of its tentacles. But after the event happened, there's these little holes that started appearing in the ground, and it shows that there's a huge bug invasion coming. And we actually knew about this because there has been graffiti that was spray painted by Hope, and she gets to see into the future through her art at Supernova Academy, showing these exact type of bugs and that they are coming to invade the map. And this is the first look that we have at these new bug creatures. It seems like there's 4 different types, with the big one that we saw at the end that got smushed. It also seems like one of the bugs can fly, so there will be some flying bugs. It actually grabbed the hot dog skin in the trailer, so I'm wondering if that's something we're gonna have to worry about when we're dropping into Battle Royale. And if you look closely, there is a little bit of a chrome effect on the wings of the bug, so I'm not sure if we're getting any of the chrome stuff from chapter 3 coming back into the game. I think it was chapter 3 season 4. And then the color scheme of the bugs is like this dark purple, which definitely reminds me of the mothership from the Invasion season. And to tie that into something else, the vice president of Epic Games, Mark Rain, he always gives us a word, one word to describe the new season. And for chapter 6 season 4, Shock and Awesome, which is the name of this season, he gave us the word orbital. So with the word orbital and the design of the bugs kind of resembling the mothership, we might be seeing the return of aliens, or even some of the alien weapons, or maybe even the spaceships sometime during this season. And we're also going to be getting a new jungle themed biome. And with that, mud is also returning in this season. You guys might remember the mud mechanic from the Wilds season, which let you use the mud to slide around the map. Well, that is making a return. It was a little bit buggy when it first got introduced, so hopefully it feels a little bit smoother this time. I do wonder if you can use the mud as a way to camouflage yourself from the bugs, because I believe that was a mechanic that was available during the wild season, where the wildlife would not attack you if you were covered in mud, and it acted as a sort of camo. There's also a new splash item called Goo Splash, and I don't know what this is going to do, but something about the goo and the purple goo that's very interesting is Epic actually made a new rule to creative where you're allowed to use different color blood for fantasy NPCs, because they had a rule where you can't show blood in any way in Fortnite creative. But with this season, we saw that little purple blood splatter that happened at the end when the alien bug got smushed. That will be allowed in Fortnite creative maps, so I'm interested to see what kind of concepts people are going to make with that. There's also a gooey weapon wrap, which looks exactly like the purple goo we saw in the trailer. And something very bad might be happening to the sprites, because Fortnite actually tweeted recently it would be a shame if something bad happened to the sprites. So they're being very literal, like something bad is going to happen, so say bye to the sprites before they're gone. Epic is also working on a new type of armor mechanic that would be different from your regular shields that we're used to, and I'm wondering if that's sort of being tied in with the Halo collaboration that's happening this season. It also looks like they might be trying to increase the time to kill in Fortnite with this armor collab, so that players are alive longer and they don't go down as quickly. I'm not sure how to feel about that, but there's also another leaked feature where it will let you slow down the speed at which you're bleeding out after you are downed, similar to a feature in Battlefield. So Epic's kind of iterating even more on the current shield and down mechanics. There's another interesting thing that people kind of missed, and one of the walls had a graffiti of Chaos Agent with tentacles behind him that resemble the ones that we were fighting during the event, which is kind of crazy that Epic was able to foreshadow things, but this isn't really new stuff to Epic. They're always doing stuff like this. There's been quite a few theories that have been cooked up by the community, and we're going to find out very, very soon because this season does drop on the 7th, but we have these new gameplay icons that are coming as well. One of them is the bug pods that we've seen on the map, and then one of them looks like a new plant or egg. Maybe this is where the bugs are going to come out of. We're not sure what these mean yet, but it's worth mentioning that we saw similar teasers like this with Star Wars when they teased the X-Wings, the TIE Fighters, and the Death Star. So let's talk about items and weapons that are coming this season. We have some very, very crazy looking weapons, and one of them is the new Swarm Striker gun, which looks like a crazy quad rocket launcher. Then in the battle pass reveal, we got 2 more guns, and one of them is insane. It looks like 3 miniguns in one, which is going to be an absolute nightmare for build players. And we saw at least one of these type of new assault rifles from the season trailer. And the Power Rangers also use different guns in the trailer, and I'm sure we're going to get some Power Ranger weapons during this season, like this new pistol that looks like it also has a sword combination with it. And the last weapon we see in the trailer is some sort of melee fist weapon and some type of revolver shotgun hybrid in the other hand. I'm not sure if this battle pass character is using a weapon or if that's just her design where she's able to use a controller and control these fists, but that pistol does look very, very different. I can assume that pistol is one of the new weapons this season. So let's go deeper into the battle pass, because there is a red and blue female Spartan from Halo, which was posted a couple days ago, confirmed to be coming to the battle pass, which is very cool that we're getting another Halo collaboration with red versus blue. Very, very iconic. It is a little bit random, but I think with the aliens and, you know, Master Chief fighting off the Covenant, it kind of makes sense. We also got another image of this battle pass skin, which actually has the OXR logo and the new minigun in his hand, and there's some jets in the air. And interesting enough, some of the community has noticed that the logo on his chest slightly resembles Sloane's logo. So could this be Dr. Sloane in disguise, or does he work for her? I'm not too sure. We also saw, like I said, that gamer girl who was using the controller to control the fist. She does look very cool. You always have to have an e-girl in the battle pass. It's a given at this point. And of course, we know the Power Rangers are going to be in the battle pass. They're going to be included in the season, with Tommy Oliver being the tier 100 and Megazord being the secret skin. Megazord looks like they'll be our transformation later on in the season on September 16th. Similar to us turning into Godzilla, Doom, and Superman, this is a theme that they're going to continue moving forward. And of course, the other Power Rangers will be coming into the shop later on. They're not going to all be in the battle pass, but we can expect some massive map changes. It's going to be a lot more central this time, because a lot of the map changes we saw were on the edges of the map, like with the Star Wars season. But this time it's going to cover most of the center area, which is fantastic because that's where most of the people drop and fight. We also got a leak of one of the new POIs as well. It looks like some sort of military base, potentially a way to fight off against the new bugs. We also see this high security fortress in the background, which looks like a similar style of a previous POI, but much, much larger. And we have these images of the bug pods like we saw earlier, and the bug holes that are near the tentacles. Those are already in the game right now, but these look more like nests. And as I assume the purple goo is going to be coming out of them, and maybe even the bugs will be coming out of them as the match progresses. Epic is absolutely cooking this season. I'm going to make some guesses here as well. With the theme of the bugs and rumors in the past of potentially getting solo leveling collaboration, this would be a perfect season for solo leveling, considering he does fight bugs in the anime. One Punch Man would also be a very, very good collab that has been teased and potentially leaked time and time again. There's also more Dragon Ball Z skins coming soon. There's this wallpaper skin. And in recent news, we got confirmation that Disney x Fortnite is still on track for fall of 2026. There are no delays happening, so it will be coming. And I'm very, very excited for this season, guys. I'm going to be covering all this content right when it comes out. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the new season of Fortnite.